Yeah, hi folks. Now let me make this as clear as I can. There's nothing in the treaty about the foreshore and seabed. There's nothing in it about water rights. There's nothing in it about co-governance. There's nothing in it about a partnership. And there's nothing in it about Maori sovereignty, nor joint sovereignty. In fact, Maori ceded sovereignty to the Crown when they signed the treaty. So why are we even entertaining the idea of a separatist Maori Party when we are supposed to be a country of one people?
There have been fiery scenes at Parliament as the Maori Party co-leader was kicked out, accusing Judith Collins of Maori bashing. But the National Party leader insists she's just doing her job. Here's political reporter Benedict Collins.
The Maori Party had heard enough.
Order. The member will now leave the chamber.
It was this question line around separate systems for Maori that sparked it.
Does she in any way accept the view in He Puapua that New Zealand has two spheres of governance?
It is 2021.
That's right.
It is 2021, she said.
You know, in my view, Mr. Speaker, I think New Zealand generally accepts that we have a relationship between the Crown and Maori.
No, it doesn't. The Crown has a relationship with every New Zealander, equally, not separately.
Can you please give your view on whether the Leader of the Opposition's continued attack on Māori is racist?
So they can't debate the issue, so out comes the race card.
Continuing outside the House.
The opposition leader has been constantly bashing Māori.
The Maori Party not alone.
So this isn't just about us, this is the nation. We've got a lot of our whānau calling for this behaviour to stop.
Yeah, we talk about unconscious bias, but what we're seeing here is very conscious bias.
So somehow trying to stop separatism is conscious bias.
They are targeting Māori.
The Maori Party, though, they say they're upset by your questions, and they say that you're upsetting Māori around the country as well with your questions. What's your response to that?
Well, the Prime Minister needs to answer my questions. This is what Parliament is about. It's asking questions. The role of the opposition is not to not ask questions. There's clearly major changes going on, and New Zealanders have the right to know.
National believes the government is holding secret conversations with Māori around ownership, governance and joint sovereignty, and it's only right to question that.
That's what I'm here to do. I'm the Leader of the Opposition. I'm not going to have my head patted and be told to sit down and be a good little girl.
Yeah, and good on you, Judith. We're right behind you on this issue.
It's not shutting down the National Party, it's shutting down racist rhetoric.
It's rhetoric and propaganda.
You can't be part of the conversation if you walk out.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, the debate continued back inside the chamber.
Working in partnership with Maori.
Stop the filthy lies. There is nothing in the treaty about a partnership.
Is not, never was, and never will be apartheid.
National, though, clearly getting traction on the matter. Benedict Collins, One News.
Yeah, but the problem is this. Who's going to trust National after they caused the following?
The High Court has issued a landmark ruling on Māori rights to the foreshore and seabed. The court's confirmed customary rights to a group of Bay of Plenty Māori, and as Simon Mersett reports, that may set a precedent for tribes around the country.
A special stretch of coast, with even more meaning today for one Opotiki Koro.
The judgment has told Whakatoe exactly what they have known all of their lives. Whakatoe belongs to Whakatohe.
His iwi, Te Whakatohea, has battled for more than 30 years to get their claim to the foreshore recognised. In a just-released judgment, the High Courts effectively granted a new form of property right, known as customary marine title.
I think this is probably dropped a bomb in some places.
The ruling involves several hapu in an area between Whakatane and Opoti.
A huge area.
The courts protected customary practices like whitebaiting.
Yeah, so no more whitebaiting for all non-Maori.
And in this huge document, a key ruling. The whakatohea groups had to show they'd had uninterrupted use of the area since 1840, but they'd had land confiscated more than a century ago. So did that mean they'd lose their claim? Here, the courts made a big call. It says in terms of tikanga, or Maori custom, the confiscation of lands would not have severed the connection with the foreshore.
And it's going to be interesting to see what kind of precedent that sets for hearings that take place in other rohe.
In 2005, Labour's attempt to settle the foreshore issue sparked huge protest. National then changed the law, and this ruling is the first major test of that since then.
So thank you very much, John Key.
Good for everyone else in the sense that it provides some certainty around how this legislation is going to be enacted.
The seafood industry was worried its activities might be restricted.
This isn't something that stops activities from taking place. It's something that allows it to take place in partnership.
Yes, in other words, all non-Maori will have to fill the troughs with dollars.
And for Graham, it means more certainty for his mokopuna.
It means that that's one less fight they have to do in the future.
A welcome line in the sand today for whakatohea.
Yeah, what this actually means though is all non-Maori will no longer get access along this beautiful coastline. Yeah, but sadly folks, John Key wasn't the only rot in the National Party. The rot was in there long before he arrived.
In fact, it's an arrangement set up under the last national government. Co-governance, is that a separatist construct?
No.
You stupid dick. Your co-governance has just stopped 83% of New Zealanders from walking along a beach in Whakatane. Now, if that is not separatism, I don't know what is. Yeah, now folks, I don't know about you guys, but I certainly don't want to live in a country where I can't walk along a beach because of my race, because of the colour of my skin. And I would suggest that most Maori would agree with me. Both National and Labour have sold us all out to Maori radicals for nothing other than votes.